Let us know where you're streaming from. Let us know where you're streaming from. Tonight, we have a very interesting topic. I think we're going to get some responses tonight. Glory to God. So come on in. I'm going to give you some time to come on in. Let us know where you're streaming from.
Yes.
I know we have people streaming from all over the country and even the world. So let us know where you're streaming from. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do that. Jomo and Charmaine. And if this video will bless you like I know it will,
give it a thumbs up, share.
Yes. Well.
My name is Charmaine.
My name is Jomo, and we come together on Friday nights with real, raw, and relevant conversation dealing with relationships. Tonight, we're talking reasons why people will live with each other but not marry. So, as I was processing this, I was reading my local news, and I heard about a brother named Eldrick Woods.
Eldrick Woods, better known as Tiger
Woods. So, anyway,
Woods.
He had a little lady named Erica. And him and Erica.
A lot of ladies.
Well, we're not going to listen. This is not going to be a Tiger bashing ceremony. I'm just saying the brother was a rolling stone. Wherever he left his hat was his home.
And when he died.
But he ain't died yet. Okay, let's focus.
Okay, so what did Tiger do?
So anyway, he's been dating this young lady for now 6 years. Okay, 6 years. Now, here's what's interesting to me. They are not married.
Right.
Okay. She used to work as the manager at his restaurant. Okay. And she went from manager to another level. So here's the gist of it. He said, I'm good. We breaking up. Okay. Now she was living in his home. So she said he tricked her by giving her a little vacation and didn't let her back.
Gave her a boot. Gave her a booty boot.
Yeah, so.
We don't know if that's the truth or not.
Yeah, but the gist of it, she says. She allegedly said he gave her a little trip, and then when she came back, everything was locked up and she couldn't get into the gated community.
I think that was an easy way to get her out.
Yeah, so he gave her some money and put her up in a very nice hotel and gave her some money for a down payment on a house. Now, in my world, listen.
That's very generous.
Come on, y'all.
Because she doesn't deserve anything.
Come on.
She's the girlfriend.
In the chat, let me know if Tiger was wrong.
You worked hard for his money.
Correct. So she sues him, saying that he made her sign an NDA, basically a non-disclosure agreement.
And she had no problem doing it at the time because she wanted to be Tiger Woods' girlfriend. Let's keep it real. So
she says he forced her to sign it, and she needs $30 million for pain and suffering.
I think I'm traumatized just by hearing that. Tiger, I think you owe me at least $500,000.
So this sounds
so crazy to me.
This is one of the many reasons why people will live together and not marry. Because last time he did this, it cost him about $250 million, like $250 million.
Right.
But the gist of it is,
and it's really sad too, because if he was not Tiger Woods, then she wouldn't even be asking for these things, and she may not have ever been with him.
Period.
And she's just taking advantage of the situation.
Period.
It's really, really sad, and this is why a lot of people, in the spotlight that are successful, that have a lot of money, don't even want to get into a relationship.
You talking about J-Lo?
I mean,
because see, A-Rod.
I wasn't really thinking about
I thought about that because they didn't get married and they lived together for a minute, and she wanted them papers.
Well, he couldn't keep his.
Well, we don't know that.
He couldn't keep his private swim.
We don't know that. Back to the point. Why do people
stay in long distance relationships?
Not long distance. Long-term relationships.
And not ever married.
Okay, so let's talk about some statistics.
Okay.
In 2017, a Pew report said this. It says, found 1 in 7 people who've never been married before don't want to get married ever. Another 27% of people aren't sure how they feel about marriage.
Mhm.
In 2019, Pew did another report. 17% of people think marriage is essential for women and 16% for men. And 3 in 10 people think being married is simply not important. 30% think it's not important. Okay. One of the reasons for that is the increased percentage or acceptance of living together without being married. 55% of adults 18 through 29
Mhm.
couples feel like it doesn't even matter. And 69% of adults say cohabitation is just fine with them without plans of getting married. Now,
It's a societal thing.
mm-hmm.
We've made it the norm. So people are dropping the whole I'm courting you to marry you
I got a question.
concept.
If we dating and you sign an NDA saying you're not going to talk about relationship,
That's it.
and I break up with you, and then you say, you need to be quiet.
That's right. Are you talking about Tiger Woods again?
I'm gonna leave that alone. Okay. Let's focus on the points we have today.
I thought about this topic because there's a lot of women that are in long-term relationships that want to get married.
I know.
And their partner does not want to get married, but they stay with them anyway because they've invested so much time. They've invested so many resources.
Yeah.
They've moved in. They're cohabitating. They're paying bills together. They've gotten comfortable and they don't want to be lonely. The fear of being lonely and losing this person stops them from getting what they ultimately want, which is marriage. So they settle for just being with the person. And I wanted to know what were the top 5 reasons why people just don't really value marriage as much and they'd rather just be in a long-term relationship.
Okay, first off, I got more than 5. Just want to let you know.
Okay, so what are they?
Number 1, people are focused on their career and their goals. You know,
I can see that.
Yeah, you had that spirit for a season.
Yeah, and then I met you.
And I put it on.
And it's changed. Put it on me. You are so funny. I think when you meet the right person, your mindset changes on things. I really do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like people that are very career driven, they haven't met the person that they haven't been in love before.
You know, I thought about this, and the Gottman said this from the Gottman Institute. Another reason was they have children from a prior relationship, and they don't want to put their children in any kind of environment. So they rather stay single until the kids are out the house. That's a long time. But that is one of the reasons why people say, you know what?
That's a sacrifice.
Yeah, but I don't know about that. If you're still living together, what's the difference?
Oh, if you're living together, then you might as well go and get married. And to me, it's a bad example for your child. Absolutely.
Okay, next one. They have not seen a successful marriage in their family.
This is real.
I know that was real for me. Charmaine was about...
Like, why would you even get married if you haven't seen a successful one?
Well, Charmaine was about marriage. I wasn't about marriage. You know, and she was right. I just I hadn't seen it. So, you know, technically...
I think 2 years in, you told me.
Yeah.
It was a big blow up.
What'd I tell you?
You told me that you didn't want to get married. And I told you that the only reason why I was dating was
to get married.
Like, I'm not just going to be dating you just to be spending time with you. Like, I was trying to build on something.
And she did.
Okay. And we broke up for 2 weeks.
This chick, we broke up for like 2 weeks, right? So we get back to campus. This chick wearing no clothes.
I was wearing clothes.
Wearing no clothes. She wearing stuff that
my mom got me a whole new wardrobe.
She had
get them girl outfits, ladies. What's up?
Now let's talk about this. Brothers out there, if y'all are watching. You know, she wasn't wearing them clothes when you dated her. Now she coming out like she on a sale, like it's a discount. You know what I'm saying? All this work you don't put in.
Get him, girl.
So I had to go get her off the market again. I said, you can't be putting this thing on sale. This ain't no discounts. What you doing?
It wasn't on sale.
Well, it looked like it was on sale to me.
Luxury.
Okay. Number 3, can on tangent.
Okay.
I already said they have a successful relationship. Number 4, they have a history of brokenness, broken personal relationships. And sometimes people feel so bad about themselves, they feel like I don't want to bring my pain to you, which is, of course, sad.
Or they want to protect themselves and they don't want to be hurt again. So it's a protective mechanism.
And we've met a lot of people who have been through abuse and abandonment, addiction through families, and they don't want to. They're
traumatized.
Correct. They want to bring. It's funny. We had a couple that we knew. I thought they were married because they had the same last name, right? I thought they were married. So I said, man, tell your wife, come over here. She ain't my wife. I said, what? I can't believe that. I mean, y'all look like y'all married. She said, no, we ain't married. I said, well, brother, you need to fix that. I said, man, she's a good woman. You're a good dude. Let the blessing of the Lord fall on you, man. It's a good thing. And, of course, there was pain on both sides from prior relationships.
Right.
But they are doing incredible well and they're prospering.
Right.
So I understand that. Okay, number 5.
Number 5.
Fear of failure and becoming a statistic. A stat.
The statistics they don't favor well for marriage.
Yes.
They just don't. But I think because society doesn't value marriage, it's like you get in it and then you tell yourself, well, if it just doesn't work out, then I'll just get a divorce. Because the divorce is the easy way out. And I think all of us have run into or known couples that have gotten a divorce that really didn't have to get a divorce.
Absolutely.
They could have worked it out and they just chose not to. They chose not to fight. And you just gave up too soon. And now you're watching your person with someone else.
Facts. Charmaine, I think it was Gottman who said 70% of the issues don't change. And the challenges between staying married and being divorced, the problem's the same. The question is, how do you handle and navigate through?
How do you manage?
Listen.
Yeah.
I could never divorce you. And this is crazy. I've never said this before my whole life. But I'm so far in at this point to start over with another person and have to groom her and train her and get her all ready and have her cook Jamaican food and have her. It's a lot. And so Charmaine has.
I mean, that's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work to get her to this point. And her stock is so high. You know what I mean? She's like Google and Amazon and all them stocks all put together. She's like Berkshire Hathaway. You know what I'm saying? Her stock is so high, I can't even buy it no more. You know what I'm saying? So I bought her on the low, right? And now her stock is so high. So God would have to do something. I wouldn't do it. Now, yes, that's it's the work. And the people don't want to put in the work or navigate through the hard times because I know it look like we got it together, but we have had challenges.
We have.
But we've learned that
we're going to fight through.
Yeah.
We're going to figure it out.
And if I move, she's going to move next door to me.
We're not moving.
Okay.
All right.
Number 6, and I think this is a big one. The financial benefit of staying single.
Oh, man.
Okay.
For women, men and women, because you have women that have really successful careers and they don't want to lose what they've been building up all these years. Like, let's say you're older and you've like been working your career or you have a very successful business, you're an entrepreneur. You don't want to split all that you've worked hard for. 50% if this person decides that they don't want to be married to you anymore.
Time out.
Your retirement, everything?
Dudes have to give up their money all the time. All the time. The brothers have to give it up. It's not right.
It's a risk.
You have one point of view. I have another.
What's the other one?
Sister girl getting alimony checks and child support.
I have another dude up in there.
And got another dude living up in there, booed up in the bed, talking about
when he bringing that next check over.
Tell your husband we need some more money. Tell your ex-husband. No, for real.
Yeah, it happens.
And sister girl ain't gonna get married.
Oh, no,
she gonna why am I mess my check up?
I know that's right.
It's sad that the governmental system, will have a single woman with kids get a check. But if a man's a house, they can't get a check. So therefore, there will be men.
You talking
they get
welfare?
married. Yeah, welfare system.
Right.
The system is structured to give you money if you stay single.
Yeah. It's not for families.
Which is detrimental to the children.
It is detrimental to our community.
I read another stat recently that well, I'm not gonna say that because it's not gonna help anybody. All right, just of it is people will stay single for financial reasons. Okay.
Right. You see a lot of famous people doing that too.
All day long.
They just live together. I mean, look at Oprah. Oprah not stupid.
Now, Stedman, I'm gonna leave that alone.
What about Stedman?
I'm gonna leave it alone. Other reasons, people don't care about social norms. They feel they're married.
Right.
And they don't
I
feel
think
like
they're
a piece
being
of paper.
rebellious
Yeah.
against, societal standards and social norms.
Correct. I don't need a piece of paper to say I'm married.
Right.
Now, truthfully, having sex means you got married to the person. Now, I know you don't want to hear this.
Right. But y'all might be married to a lot of people right now.
Next one, fear of commitment.
Okay.
Fear of commitment, that I'd rather just keep it the way it is.
Right. And then if something doesn't sound good, it doesn't work out, I can just walk away and not have to go through all that paperwork and stuff.
Yes, Lord. Number 9.
How does that make the other person feel, though, to know that the person doesn't want to commit because they want to be able to walk away as easy as possible? I mean, you can't feel secure in a relationship like that.
Well, there's a lot of people who are insecure, but they're there.
Because they're scared. It's another fear. It's like a fear of being alone.
That's better than what they had.
Or they don't want to be alone, or they
That
feel like
too.
they can't find someone else.
That too. And that runs us right into number 9, polygamy.
I don't understand that. I could never share.
Well, Charmaine, sometimes you have to share in life, okay? Sometimes you have to share.
I would not want to share. You give me a day? I want all your time. I want everything. I want it all.
Now, but see, some people, they want
variety.
They don't have the energy to give it all. So they take days off. Some people.
Let me tell you something.
Well, Tiger Woods said he had an oral agreement.
I bet he did have an oral agreement. I bet he did.
She said she had an oral agreement with Tiger. You know what he said?
Too bad that don't hold up in court.
She said he agreed I could live here for 11 years. And I've been there for 6. And he owes me 5
Maybe
years.
He said that during the oral agreement.
Oh, y'all gotta be careful with these oral agreements. Okay, these oral agreements are dangerous.
Yeah.
But
I would
polygamy.
love to hear in the comment section, what do you guys feel about? What's your thoughts on polygamy and people not wanting to get married? Now, in some triad communities, 2 people are legally married and then there's one person on the outs, but they just live together.
The Mormons do it. There's people in Utah who do it.
But are they getting legally married to one of the people and then they're just having the other people live with them? I
know in the Bible, there was polygamy. So now here's the question brothers ask me all the time.
Solomon?
Solomon, he there's not a word for what Solomon was. Polygamy is a couple, but he had a
harem.
Anyway,
harem?
he had a harem squared. Well, anyway, the gist of it is,
what?
Biblically, people will say, well, Jomo, Abraham had wives. All these people had wives. But what did the Bible say in Genesis? Whenever you want to find out God's original intent, go to Genesis. He says each man will have a wife. Now, once sin came in, everything kind of spiraled out. Now, even Solomon said, and God told Solomon, these women are going to take your focus away from me. You cannot have all these chicks and stay focused. I was talking to a young athlete at a wedding, and I was just giving them some knowledge. I said, brother, you better figure it out, because before you know it, you're going to be old and you have not accomplished anything chasing women. Now, you have to figure out what God told you to do. And if you're going to have a purposeful, meaningful life for kingdom, you got to figure out who is the person you're going to walk with. Now, there is no perfect one. There's no perfect people. But a godly person can help you navigate through life.
Right.
And lastly, number 10, people don't want the rules. They call it out. You feel marriage comes with too many rules and expectations. Now, that expectation is a big word.
What's crazy? That's a total cop out to me, because You have rules in regular relationships. So if
Facts.
you've been with someone for 13 years, 10 years, and you're just dating them, you have rules, you have regulations, you have expectations that you have to meet in that relationship.
Facts.
The only difference is a piece of paper. And the thing is what is your reason for not wanting to sign on the dotted line? What is your reason? What's holding you back from wanting to make a covenant in front of your friends and family and God? I mean, because technically, as Jomo said, when you start sleeping together, you are married.
Well, maybe they're living together, not sleeping together. We have to understand that God sees all and God knows all.
Right.
And if you want to have a lasting relationship, you have to have God in it. And for God to be in it, you got to do it God's way.
Right. And I think this is a really good conversation to have if you're dating someone, especially if you're early on.
Yeah.
You know, do you want to get married? I would just ask.
Charmaine was on that marriage tip
early. Do you want to get married? Because if you don't want to get married, what are we doing?
That's what she like. It's like
second, third. I got a movie buddy. I don't need a movie buddy. I can go out with my girlfriend to the movies.
Lord have mercy. Charmaine put pressure on people, Paul.
No, it's just like I just need to know where we're going, what we're doing, where we're going, what we're doing.
Facts.
What we doing? Where we going? What's your goals? Do you see me in them? Do you see me in your future? Where do you see yourself at in 5 years? Am I with you?
Facts. She came with the questions, y'all, and y'all women of God, y'all need to come with questions. If they don't have any good answers, I think you might need to let them go. Feels like another love decade. Oh. Anyway, I pray you got something out of this. Remember, family,
love, laugh, and learn.
God bless you. Peace.